Austin Dillon. Where have you been?
Pull out of the way, man. These platforms, new racing platform. You know, you got to be aggressive. So
Yeah, that's right.
making moves backstage.
You know, you're at the end of this stage of our media tour group. So
I get to finish?
Yeah, for this group. Then we got 4 more after you, and it's checkered flag. So let's start out with Kelly Crandall and see if you get some bonus points.
Kelly Crandall, Racer.com. Austin, Ty yesterday talked about what an emotional moment it was for him when the deal with Germain Racing was finally done and he gets to go cup racing. As the big brother, how proud and happy are you for him?
I'm very proud, and he was emotional. He cried and gave me a hug. Thought that was cute. But no, it's special. You know, he's put a lot of effort into it, and that's what he's wanted to do his entire life. So I'm happy for him, and he should be happy and he should be excited. And now it's time where the work really begins, and looking forward to working with him. I think he's an asset to RCR.
Next question for Austin. Here we go. Louis
Franco, Reuters. Your pop-up has 3 drivers. On which stand does he stay during the races?
Which pit box?
Pitch box. Excuse me. Long day.
I got you. The funny thing is, he doesn't sit or stand on the pit boxes anymore. He kind of stopped doing that. He did it for Dale a lot, and when everything went down, he started standing. He has like certain locations that he goes and he stands. It used to be the old entitlement sponsor, their trailer, because he could see the entire track. So he's going to have to find a new spot this year, and good luck finding him. He's got some good ones. Daytona, though, he always goes all the way to the top of the above victory lane, and he goes up on top of like the security area. There's only a few people they let up through the chain up there, and he stands all the way up there because he can see the entire track. So he's got some good hiding spots, but he's unbiased when it comes to that. Maybe one day I can get him to sit on our box just for fun. Hopefully Slugger doesn't get any kind of penalty, but if he did, we could put RC in for a sub maybe.
Next question, right here, Bob Pockrass.
Bob Pockrass, ESPN. Has the winless drought at RCR kind of taken a life of its own? Is it like a big kind of fog over everyone?
Yeah, it sucks. I mean, no one likes to go winless, so you know, we want to wipe that out as soon as possible. And I think what was good for our entire company was going to the Hall of Fame induction with my grandfather. It lights a fire in all of our employees and myself included, and any kind of effort that we can do and not letting any stone go unturned to try and find any bit of speed, we're going to do it. And last year, making the chase, and now we have the playoff format. Bonus points are going to mean a lot. So speed is going to be something that we've got to rely on more. We were kind of a points chasing organization for the last couple of years. Myself and Newman did a good job of getting into the chase and making a name for ourselves, I guess, by getting through each round. But now we're going to have to show speed early and often for these stages and the segments, and the strategy that goes into that will play a lot of it. But we've got our organization heading in the right direction. I'm excited, and there's a lot to be excited for. We had speed at the end of the year, winning those polls that we won. Texas, we had a lot of speed and got wrecked, and so we can be aggressive this year and do what it takes to keep ourselves in the front of the pack.
We'll go Chris Knight, then Don Gamble.
Chris Knight, catchfence.com. Austin, I was just curious that if you feel like that maybe you guys could test the waters a little bit on Saturday when you run the Xfinity races as far as the format and stages goes, that maybe you could apply to Sunday?
Yeah, it's going to be big. I think that's a cool part about the new format. You have it in the trucks, Xfinity, leading up to Sunday. You'll be able to see some strategy played out, and we'll definitely be using that platform to get better at RCR. So anytime you can use, when a format change happen and you can kind of go through all the series, it's going to be good. I think it's great for the fans also. They need to tune in and watch the truck in the Xfinity race at Daytona so they can learn more of what's going to happen, because it's going to be exciting.
Don Gamble rapping on racing. Austin, at the Hall of Fame Awards, very emotional for your whole family. I watched your grandfather race back in the early 70s at Heidelberg. Very humble beginnings, low budget teams. Matter of fact, even more humble when he started with his $20 car. To be so successful, you have to be proud. And it showed when you and your brother were up there. But on a more serious note, they were teasing Junior earlier because his beard wasn't as good as Jimmy's, and you're growing one now. Is there going to be some sort of race here to have a better beard than Jimmy, or are you happy with what you have?
You know what's funny? So first of all, I'll answer the Hall of Fame. It was great. And my grandfather, he is very serious when it comes to everything that he does. And my beard is an issue with him, and can be. And he compared it to Jimmy's beard. He said, you can keep it like Jimmy's, it's nice. And so I sent him a picture a minute ago when NASCAR posted that photo of that big beard Jimmy said. I said, I guess I was just above my time because I had the big beard at the end of last year. Now Jimmy's got it now. So it's funny how that comes and goes. But no, super proud of my grandfather. He's done a lot for NASCAR. He's done a lot for all of his employees, myself included. And it makes you want to get this winless streak that Bob talked about cleared away. Just want to get him back to where he deserves to be. He gives us the equipment, the organization to do it. And now we got to perform and make it happen. So,
Jacob.
Yes, sir.
Jacob Seelman, Performance Motorsports Network, back here in the back, Austin. As far as, I know you said earlier you're proud of Ty, but at the same time, you guys are brothers. Has the sibling rivalry started yet? As the older brother, have you given him any grief yet as he's getting ready to go down this road?
It started when he was born, but yeah, I think we do a lot to help each other and a lot to make it harder on each other because we care. And Ty cares as much as I do about RCR. I'm proud that is an affiliate with us. It's cool to be able to look at his driver traces this year and compare. And I think he'll be able to push myself and Ryan and Paul and all four of us hopefully, and plus our other affiliates can move our needle that we need to go forward with. So yeah, they'll definitely Sundays. And Saturdays has already been that way, but Sundays will kick in another level of it for sure.
Got about 2 minutes more. So RC goes up top, but where's Dad go? Is he going to be on your box, or is he going to be on Ty's? Is he going to be on another team member's?
My dad is
wherever Tina tells him.
When the race starts on Sunday, if you watch Game of Thrones, he's like a White Walker. You don't know where they're going to be. They just kind of keep walking around. He can't sit still. So he does a good job of just going through, and he kind of just goes with the flow. If he's feeling a certain way, he went and sat in my bus with my fiance last year, and like she had to kick him out because he was so making her mad because he was getting too jacked up. He gets jacked up and gets mad at me, gets mad at the crew, and then he'll calm back down. He wants to love on you, but he's competitive, and that's where a lot of my fire comes from is my dad, and he's always pushing me.
One more question over here.
Zach Catanzaretti, Funchtat Chum. After your tailboat wreck there in 2015, are your feelings any different when you go back to Daytona?
No, I'm comfortable. After going through a wreck like that, you feel like Superman there for a couple of weeks when you go back and you look at it. NASCAR's done a lot for safety. They've added new enhancements this year, and it's going to be fun going to Daytona because I feel like there's always a storyline going into Daytona. There's something about that track, something happens, something different, and it gives you something to talk about leading into our season. So it's very important how Daytona gets started from qualifying, and now with the duels, the point system. It's going to be aggressive from the start.
Stan, quickly. They're running to you.
Oh, yeah.
There.
Stan Creekmore, Outside the Box. Real quick, during the off season, did you do anything to just get racing completely out of your mind and your life?
my family is kind of racing, so it's hard when you want to be with your family and not talk about racing. But I think the best thing I did that got me away from racing was getting in the outdoors, hunting and fishing. Went to Texas with actually some of my race team, but we really didn't talk. We were talking about deer the whole time, and dinner and lunch, because we were really excited to eat out there. I don't know why, because you're out there in the middle of nowhere. You get hungry, I guess. But that was fun, and that was probably the best thing about the off season as far as getting away. But you want to think about racing, because last year ended really well for our team, and my entire team was like, man, I wish we could start over right now with what we know. And that was big also when in 2015 at the end of the year we found some speed. When in 2016 it was good. So 2016 ended with speed. We want to go into 2017. We wanted to start the next day. So that's big. It's momentum going in for us for Daytona. I'm refreshed and ready to go.
Well, we appreciate you taking the time to be here. It was fun to listen to you. Your time block is done. You get the bonus points.
Thanks.
All right. This